Stop letting outside occurrences affect your internal world and your internal mind. You need to realize that you are living in the world and not in your mind. Your thoughts are always going to try to trick you. Yes, we need to learn lessons from disturbances that happen in our life, from experiences. Of course, we need to learn lessons, whether it be from a good experience or bad experience. But do not let these thoughts determine who you're going to be or who you are. Every day you are living, something can happen, something can change drastically, whether it's good or bad. You never ever know. So stop living in this constant state of that since this happened, you need to live like this forever or for a prolonged amount of time. You need to realize that sometimes you need to let go of these feelings, of these thoughts. Sometimes the world is going to tell you every single time you try to fix these things, the world is going to show you why it's not fixable. If something is meant to be fixed, it will be fixed in the right moment, in the right time. You do not need to force anything. You cannot force nothing on nobody. You can't force anyone to change. And I know sometimes it's scary to let go of certain things, to let go of certain feelings, certain emotions, of certain things in life. I know it's scary, but if you just try for even a week straight, just to let go of these emotions, these thoughts that have been affecting you for so long that you feel like you can't get rid of. If you just let go of them, if you walk outside, just realize how beautiful it is, connect with new people, socialize with new people, socialize with yourself, read a book at a park, go try a new hobby you haven't done in a while, anything, literally anything. You can let go of these emotions so much easier by just being with yourself, by living in the world, by realizing there's so much better things to experience. You have so much places to travel. You have so much beautiful things to look at. You have everything. Everything is in your hands. You literally just need to separate these bad, horrible thoughts from your true self, from your world, from your inner mind. You need to separate them. You need to grow. And you need to learn. You need to learn, grow, and accept that things are the way that they are going to be. Not everything is going to come. Not everything that you desire is going to come the way you want it. Maybe sometimes you have a plan in life and everything can go left. Everything can become disproportionate in ways you could have never imagined. And that's okay. But you just need to realize, you need to realize and change. You need to take action on these thoughts. You need to grow out of these thoughts. You need to take your thoughts and mature with these thoughts and learn from them and regulate your emotions, regulate your thoughts. It is okay to take these experiences in your life and obviously react, because we are human. We're not robots. We're going to react a certain way no matter what. But if it comes to a certain point, where you realize your reactions are maybe affecting your whole mental health, like your whole, just putting you in agony or putting anyone else in agony, that's when you need to realize maybe you need to change your reactions and regulate your reactions into a way that's more appropriate for the situation, that's more helping you in a way. You need to take these experiences and you really need to analyze them. You need to analyze them and you need to learn the lessons from them, because I promise you that everything happens for a reason. Everything in your life is sent to you for a reason. Everything that goes on happens for a reason. And sometimes we're just so caught up in our emotions and our pride and our ego and our thoughts and our head that we don't realize that you just need to look at the problem and take the lesson from it. Sometimes it's always going to be a lesson, no matter how much you want to believe it or not. And the lesson, you're going to have to make a huge sacrifice sometimes, and that's just the way life goes sometimes. I know it can be unfortunate, but these unfortunate moments can be unfortunate for a little time, and you'll realize at the end, for the rest of your life, wow, I'm so glad I did that. And you'll honestly be proud of yourself. And you can't hold these experiences with any type of hatred or like or anything on it, like any type of hatred or just think that you're better than these experiences, or think that, you know, if someone hurts you or anything, you can't wish down on anyone else. You can't. It's just way better to take the experience, even if it was bad or not, and embrace it, honestly. And you can make it yourself in a way, in a great way, honestly. Like, you don't need to take these experiences and have it determined that you're gonna be that way forever. You know, you can't make it break you. Everything in life is gonna make or break you, and you need to let it make you, you know. A lot of times it's gonna feel like it's gonna break you. You're gonna feel like you're on the verge of, you feel me? But you can't let that happen. You can't at all. You need to let it make you. You need to let it make you stronger. And when you realize that, once you embrace these emotions and embrace these experiences, you're gonna realize it's making you stronger, and you're gonna be so grateful for just letting it be. You need to just let things be, you know? Because like I said, everything happens for a reason. And what you desire is sometimes just inevitable, especially at the moment. I feel like we can all accomplish what we're desiring and what we're going for in life, what we want to go for. But sometimes it's just going to take time. It's going to take to that right moment. And if you're putting in enough effort, then of course you're going to succeed. But just know that nothing that's bad or nothing that's an inconvenience to you is really an inconvenience. Everything is going to happen at the right time, at the right moment. And it's all just based on how you perceive it. It's all based on what you do with it, what you do with the emotions, how you react, how you see it, how you see your life, how you see the present moment. You need to always stay within the present moment. And I hope you just keep that in mind, because I've lost myself going in a black hole from just literally thinking about the past, thinking about my future, thinking about what's going to happen next, thinking about why has this happened, why, how. Stop. You don't need to worry. Just let things be, let things go. I know sometimes it sounds crazy, but you need to let life go with the flow to a certain extent. Obviously, you can't just, go around doing whatever you want, like freestyling every single thing. But sometimes, it is okay to freestyle. It is okay to experience. But you need to know your limits. You need to know how to react, how to regulate. Everything in life is a balance. Everything is a regulation. And once you realize that you're not what you're thinking, you're not your thoughts, you're not the outside disturbances, then you will become at peace with your internal self. And you will start loving yourself in ways that you never would have imagined. And you will enjoy every single second you spend with yourself, alone, with friends, any moment.